Hey everyone, it's your girl Kateria.know, and in today's video, if you did not read the title, I want to share some things that I realize when it comes to knowing for certain that you found the one. And, I want to touch on this from a spiritual perspective. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I promise YouTube is almost like my religion. And I love all the dynamics and the perspectives that I see from other YouTubers and what they share about love and what they share about so many different things. I promise I just love YouTube. And this video will be posted other places. So whatever, if you're catching this on Facebook, or other places, whatever, stick with me. But nevertheless, I wanted to share what I feel because everybody's just really sharing their opinions and what they feel, when it comes to these different things. And what I feel, when it comes to finding the one is something really dear to me. And I live a life of, just spirituality for the most part. I look at my life from a spiritual lens and, I'm an INFJ for those of you who know about the Myers-Briggs personality types and stuff. I'm a real one though. But yeah, so anyhow, I just want to get right into it. When it comes to finding the one, it shouldn't even just be about finding the one or knowing the one. More than it should be about knowing if you're the right one for yourself and if you're the right one even for another person. And what I mean by that is, are you clear on who you are? Are you confident on who you are? Do you feel good about yourself? Do you know yourself? Do you know your strengths? Do you know your weaknesses? How is the relationship with yourself? Do you really truly exemplify and actualize self-love? If you don't do these things, and I'm going to kind of go through those a little bit, if you don't do these things, you're not the right one for yourself, so you definitely are not going to be the right one for someone else. So when I talk about actualizing self-love, you got to know the difference between self-love and self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is, hey, so what? I have these bad traits and habits. Oh, well, I smoke cigarettes. That's me. Get over it. Oh, well, I eat this nasty diet. I like junk food and sugar. If you don't like it, mo for me. Keep it in my fridge. Stay out of my house. But that these things that you're doing are very toxic to you and for you. And if you're doing things that are harmful to yourself knowingly, that are harmful to you, very toxic for you, you are not actualizing self-love or self-respect. So then you're going to attract people who are going to reflect that back to you. They're not going to fully respect you or fully love you. So you can't really expect more from another person than what you're going to do for yourself. You can't really expect another person to come in and fully love you and fully, respect you. And when it comes to actualizing self-love, there's a lot of self-discipline that is applied there, So think about that first before you think about if you are actualizing and exemplifying your self-love before you think about finding the one or even being the right one for another person. Be the right one for yourself. Discipline yourself. Truly love yourself by self-care. Turn your body into a temple, turn your body. It is already a temple. Turn your body into an altar and put divine things into it. Make sure you're getting enough rest, enough exercise, and make sure you are progressively going after your goals, but you're not overwhelming yourself and being super rigid to where you don't allow yourself to simply be a human being and breathe. So those are the things that I deem first when it comes to finding the one or even knowing that you met the one. When you know that you are doing the right things for yourself and you're loving yourself purely and clearly, then you can really say, hey, this other person is mirror reflecting the love that I have of myself and for myself back to me, and I'm able to do the same thing to them. Now, something major that I realize when it comes to relationships, when you know that a person is not the best match for you, is when they get you off of your divine path in life. Like, say, for instance, you are becoming a high priestess and you're connecting to this person who likes to do various different types of activities, and they don't really respect fully what it is that you do. They say different things like, are you serious? You're going to do that again? Oh, you read another book. I wanted us to go here. And oh man, you're so boring. You're just always doing these same things over and over. You don't get out. You don't do much. Now, don't get me wrong. You could have a person that wants you to have fun and kind of pull you out of a bit of your comfort zone here and there. But if they continue to do that to where you feel like you have to be another person inside of yourself in order to keep and maintain this person and maintain this connection, they're likely a toxic soulmate, and they're not the right one for you. But you will know a person is the right one when they make you want to be even more of who you actually are. You know, when they just being in their presence or loving them makes you want to be more of your purpose, and they make you want to progress more of who you are and express more of who you are. You know, what, like for the instance, when it comes to being a high priestess, you're dating a person that's the right one for you, and they're saying things like, wow, that's incredible that you're focused like that. And then it makes you want to be more focused and read more books and do more work in regards to, you know, your purpose on earth. You know, that's how you know that you found the right one, when they just motivate you to love yourself even more and express more of your authentic self even more. You know, so I mean, that to me is one of the biggest things when it comes to recognizing that other person is the one. First, you got to know if you're the right one for yourself. Are you loving yourself fully? Are you taking care of yourself fully? Are you being clear and cognizant in the way that you are dealing and handling yourself in your spiritual goals and purpose, in your life goals and purpose on earth overall? And then, does this person bring out more of that in you? But do they also motivate you to just be better overall, but not better as in a way that you have to become something else or someone else, but better as just a better expression of you? Do they motivate you to do that? And do you feel that you're able to do that for them too? You know, because when it comes to meeting the right one, you got to make sure that it's not just them influencing you, but that you're able to influence them also. So another thing is that for those of you who are very sensitive, I want to share something with you. Some people don't have, you know, intense sensitivities, but there are people that do, and I just want to kind of take it there. So you will literally see your subconscious mind preparing you for a relationship or preparing you for certain things. Like, say, between sleep, you're like when you're in your, I think your beta brainwaves, I think it is. I'm not the neuroscientist, Koshana Jones is, but you're like in that in-between sleep state, and you can literally see your subconscious mind like preparing you for certain things, and it's like you're having a dream, but not a dream and not a vision, but it's kind of like in between. And you will, in those states, you will feel certain feelings dealing with love. Like, you will be given the test of trust. And sometimes it'll come out in a full dream. Do you fully trust yourself? Do you fully trust others? You know, are the person that you're thinking about, are you accepting them for all of their flaws? You know, are you in love with their flaws? Are you attracted to their flaws? Do you understand their flaws, or do you empathize with their flaws? If you can say yes to a couple of those, then you can progress with this person, you know? And something about trust. Trust is so major for me when it comes to a relationship. I got Venus in Sagittarius. So when it comes to trust, a lot of people deal with trust issues, I have realized. And a part of what I understand when people deal with issues in regards to trust is that they are dealing with trust issues within themselves. Because remember, you guys, everything that is happening in the outside world is a reflection of something that's going on within you. So if you're dealing with trust issues from other people, there's a part of you that doesn't fully trust yourself, that you would magnetize to you someone that you can't fully trust. So I mean, you could even look to yourself like, did you promise yourself that you were going to make certain diet changes? And did you like fall back on that and start, you know, eating whatever again? Or did you promise yourself, okay, I'm going to be working out, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that, but didn't stay consistent? Or did you say, I'm going to quit my job this year and I'm going to go after my dreams, but didn't really actually do that? When we do not adhere to the things that we have instilled or put in place for ourselves to go after, to do in our lives, subconsciously we build up issues surrounding around trust. And then we are creating a bit of an auric field or a vibration that magnetizes people and situations that reflect more of that to us. So check yourself and see if you yourself have worked on, creating a certain level of trust within and for yourself. And if you have, the more that you do this and the more that you practice self-trust, the more that your own vibrational frequency is going to magnetize more trusting people and situations to you. So another thing, when it comes to, just the spiritual side of understanding when you know that you have met the one is, do they bring out your inner child? Do you feel reconnected with your inner child? And do you feel like you could connect with their inner child? Do you want to bring your inner child around them? I know for myself, my inner child has been so sheltered and just covered over the past few years, for many, many years of my life, because I didn't feel that this world could accept my inner child, or I felt like, the world would harm my inner child. So I definitely shielded her and protected her. But I know when it comes to meeting the one, I would be able to bring my inner child out and allow my inner child to express and, engage with the other person. And that makes so much sense to me because, I'm an astrologer. So love is ruled by the sun, and also the sun rules children or the inner child. So that you really fully love someone, or they're the right person for you when, excuse me, I got my nose always sweats, my gosh. But that they're the right person for you and you're the right person for them when you can see your guys' inner children playing and interacting with one another. You feel comfortable allowing your inner child to express itself around that person, or you just even feel like more of your inner child. Now, I'm not talking so much about twin flame relationships or even soulmates. Those definitely have their particular characteristics and qualities or what have you. And I will do videos on those topics in the future. But I just really wanted to get on and share what it feels like, or the spiritual aspects and dynamics and understanding of what it is and what it feels like, or what is seen and felt when you are meeting the one. Are you able to, or have you been doing your own personal work? Do you truly trust yourself? Is the relationship with yourself healthy and well? Does this person help you to align more progressively with your life path and purpose? Do you feel more connected to your inner child? Do you feel like you're also able to motivate this other person to become more of their authentic self? Could you accept this person's flaws? And that's a really big one, because a person's flaws is what turns us off from the person and makes us really not want to connect with them so much. But if you can say, oh, I like your little quirky, annoying laugh, or I think it's cute that you're this divine being, but you snore really loud when you go to sleep at night, or you're really intelligent, but then you have this dingy, dorky side to you, and I just think it's adorable. When you could really love someone's flaws, like, you're so great and brilliant, but then you stutter, and I just think that's so cute that you stutter. I feel like if you can love someone's flaws, that you guys can really get through a lot of things in your lives. Yeah, and just, of course, relationships are schools, and they help us to develop ourselves, and we should look at them as that. And there was an article that I read. I didn't even read it. I just read the title, so whatever. I'm going to read it, I promise. But it said something to the effect of, people come into each other's life because they are helping you develop qualities and characteristics within yourself that are dormant within you. And I definitely believe that to be true, because the relationships that I have been in, you know, for those particular times in my life, I was developing certain qualities and characteristics that that person had as a strength within them. You know, it was a weakness in me, a strength within them, and vice versa. You know, I've been able to help them on their spiritual journeys or develop their social skills, their confidence, their spiritual alertness, awareness, their intuition, whatever. And they've been able to help me with the things that I've needed to learn with my confidence, getting more connected with my physical body, you know, and just various other things in my life. So that's another thing to look for. That's a bonus to look for, if they have certain strengths within them that could be your weaknesses that they can help you cultivate within you. But definitely the person will not be abusive, and they will not like chastise you or criticize you in unconstructive ways that will make you feel bad about your weaknesses. But they can just simply, you know, exude a certain essence that helps you to develop these skills. Or they can just encourage you like, oh yeah, you know, well, I did this, or, you know, maybe you can look at these different things and it'll help you develop that a bit more in yourself, whatever. But they're not going to look down upon you for having these certain setbacks or weaknesses or whatever. So I hope that I made myself clear with this. There is so many things that I want to share on this particular topic, but I don't like watching long videos, so I don't like making them too long, whatever. But I definitely plan on sharing more on this, and this is a free video, free, you know, information. I definitely ask for you guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, to like and subscribe or share if this has helped you in any type of a way, and to sometimes, you know, click to join any of my live webinars, because then I have more time, a couple of hours, to go in a lot deeper on different topics. So I'm able to give more detailed information and more examples and other things. So nevertheless, you guys, check me out. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, check out my other topics in my content. I share a lot of different things, share on a lot of different things, I should say, mostly astrology. And if you need some spiritual counseling or an astrology reading, reach out to your girl. Likely my information will be in the description box below, or if you're on Facebook, y'all know how to inbox me, or if you're on IG, you know how to reach out to me. Divine light and love. I'm checking out. Speak to you guys soon. Peace.